underway. Here we go. The 2024 WNBA Finals are underway.
Yo. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Hi, hello, and welcome to another edition of the MOP podcast. I'm your host, Mario, and here with me today, I got the great Geneva from the YouTube channel, Geneva in general. So, first of all, once again, thanks for being here. But most importantly, how are you doing?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm doing fine as well. So once again, thanks for being here. If I'm not mistaken, this is your second time here in my channel, right?
Yes, it is.
So it's always a pleasure. It's always an honor to have you here, and we'll be recapping game two of the WNBA finals. The Liberty won by 14 points, if I'm not mistaken, like
Yes.
80 to 66. We're going to be doing that. And we're going to be talking about, the playoffs as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Hello,
Kylo,
everyone.
and we got Javi. That's my brother Javi. He's an Aces fan. He's a
Okay,
Las Vegas
hey.
Aces fan.
Yeah.
Um, like Geneva. She follows the Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces and the Chicago Sky as well. So we're gonna be
Yes.
talking about different things. Once again, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. So thanks for being here. Let's go. I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask you this question. Um, you know, the Minnesota Lynx eliminated the Connecticut Sun, and the New York Liberty eliminated the Las Vegas Aces in order to reach the finals. I gotta ask you, obviously, as a fan, and obviously this being as me as well, being your first year covering the league, which loss hurt the most, from you as a fan? Losing Game 5 against the Lynx or losing Game 4 against the Liberty?
I say game four when Las Vegas lost to the Liberty.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Again, I
It was
was
heartbroken.
yes, because I really wanted them to three-peat. Asia had such an amazing season this year, becoming the first WNBA player to score 1,000 in a season. She got the Olympic gold for basketball in the women's division, and everybody wanted to see them three-peat. And again, like the New York Liberty, like Becky Hammond said, that's a team that's been put together to destroy the Las Vegas Aces, and that's exactly what they did. So I was like, Connecticut Sun. After the way they was playing in Game 5, I was like, I just know that they don't really deserve to advance to the finals, and if they did, they're gonna easily get swept by the Liberty. So I'm like, it is what it is.
And they even fired Stephanie White, right?
So it's been rumors going on that she's actually like
Oh, it's not
planning her
official.
exit. Yeah, not yet. I think she wants to leave though.
Oh yeah, and the Connecticut Sun, they're gonna have a lot of players that will be free agents, right?
Yes,
Alyssa Thomas, I think Brianna Jones as well.
yes, the
Well,
one of
so
Bonner,
the one
DJ
a boner,
Carrington. So yeah, a lot of them. Like, dang,
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
core.
and DNA Carrington, how can I say it, made the news, for mocking the whole incident with Caitlin Clark lately with her fiance,
Oh yeah, I saw
Melissa
that.
Smith, yeah, and
Melissa
they
Smith.
were in the
Yeah,
kitchen and she was saying, "You poked me in the eye."
right. Yeah, I saw
Uh,
that.
yeah, but she was trolling, she was
Yeah,
trolling. Sometimes people are so, they're trying to react to everything, but it is what
yeah.
it is. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Three-beat aces is over. So sad.
No.
Damn. Damn. Shout out to my brother Javi, man. He's an WNBA fan as well. So let's move into the next topic and the next question that I got for you. We recently saw that Katie Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, I mean, not she, but the league as a whole, made some changes when it comes to the playoffs for next year's playoffs. And we got to tell the audience and the people what were those new changes. In the first round, there's going to be the 1-1-1 format. Each game's gonna have a home game. There was a lot of controversy with the whole Caitlin Clark, and wow, they didn't got a home game and
Yeah.
everything. It is what it is. And then in the finals, they're gonna be playing 7 games, like the
Mm.
WNBA. I mean, like the NBA for next year's finals. What was your immediate thoughts when the news broke?
So I'm excited. I like the 1-1-1 format where, each team will have a, home court advantage. But the 7 games, a lot of people, I don't know, it might be boring for a lot of people. And also, to me, I believe 5 games is perfect, right? Because again, these are female athletes or women. They don't have that biological, strength and, physical strength as the men do. So it makes sense that in the NBA, the men have the 7 series games. But again, like the WNBA, also it's actually going to increase from 40 games in a season to 44 games. So they're going to have to play more overall. So I'm like, if they are to do that, again, we're possibly, unfortunately, going to see more injuries. We might see more, people's bodies breaking down. I just also wish that their salary will also increase because again, it's going to be more games played. So it makes sense for them to be paid more. But I'd like the 5 series finals, in my opinion. 7, it might be a little too excessive.
Yeah, definitely. And with the whole flying thing and everything, going from coast to coast, maybe
Mm,
can be an issue. And I agree with you. I really like the game, the best out of 5 game series. I really like that. Hopefully the WNBA never implements the play-in tournament, because I
mm.
think that she has ruined the goddamn NBA. When we are, it's effed up when you start making narratives, or people start making narratives about teams from the play-in making deep playoffs runs and everything. It is
Yeah.
what it is. But I like the fact that and thanks for bringing that up, that the NBA is going to be playing 44 games next year. We're going to have the Golden State Valkyries as well
Yes.
playing their inaugural season. They already got their coach. I think she was the assistant coach for the Las Vegas Aces, right?
Yes, Natalie Nakase.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't remember her name right now, but so hopefully it's gonna be an exciting season this year with the rookies, with the rivalries, with the playoffs. It has been very very interesting, and I think that's gonna continue next year, right? As well.
Yes.
So it's gonna be amazing. Let me ask you. We got some comments here. Clark rumors is out of the league. WNBA. Why these rumors? Clark European. I mean, that's bullshit, right? People thinking that she's gonna leave the WNBA. That's BS, right?
I don't believe she will. I heard like
That's
during this off
crazy.
season, she's gonna be playing golf. She's joining some type
Yeah,
of LPGA tour. I think that's just during the
yeah,
off season.
yeah. But that's clickbait, and I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
People making fake videos, promoting misinformation, fake news. She's not. She's
Yeah.
not. She's not leaving. But we're not talking about Caitlin Clark right now. So what's up, my boy Mario? What's up, my brother? That's Scotty81. Hey, yo, salute Mario, man. I think the Lynx win the championship. Damn.
I hope.
Salute, salute, salute. Mario, great game by the WNBA teams, Mario. Yeah, man. They are playing the finals. So let's go a little bit of before game 2. Obviously, game 1. What was your impression when the Minnesota Lynx, beat the favorites, the Liberty, on their own home court, and took away they took game 1.
Well, again, game 1 of the finals series was incredibly just like anxiety inducing. The Lynx and the Fisa Collier, they were pretty much struggling in the first, second, and all the way up to the third and fourth quarter. The first and second quarter, they were like in a 20, almost 20 plus point deficit. And it's like I just knew that New York Liberty had in the bag. Everybody, they said the crowd, the arena, people who was actually there in person, the way that the crowd erupted and reacted, everyone thought they had in the bag. And come the fourth quarter, they said if you just look at it mathematically, Liberty had like a 92.5% chance or something like that to actually take the W home. But Courtney Williams came in the clutch. She put up that game 1-3 and it made it even. And then they had no choice but to be forced into overtime. So again, like I was really impressed with the Minnesota Lynx, but it was just so anxiety inducing. I still can't believe it. Like that was just crazy how Courtney Williams and the rest of the Lynx were able to make such a huge comeback after just being slaughtered in the first, second, and third, and fourth, even fourth quarter. So yeah, it was a really good game. Game two that just happened earlier today. Again, they came out swinging hotter than they did in game one. So I'm like, okay, they're kind of going toe to toe. They were like no more than say a 10 point deficit during this game. But again, like by the third, fourth quarter, I just knew that Liberties were gonna have it because again, we had too many turnovers, too many missed shots, too many steals, and we just were not getting any rebounds. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work in game two for us.
Definitely, and in game two there were like twice the Minnesota Lynx went on a like 4 minute run without scoring. I
Yeah.
think that happened in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter. And one of the things that I noticed during this game is that Phoenix, the Liberty rookie, 6'4" rookie, she
Yes.
was guarding Courtney Williams.
Yes.
She made Courtney Williams work for her points, and
Yes.
that was an adjustment that they made, in order to try to play or do something different in order to win this game, because it was a must-win game, right, for the Liberty.
It
You're
was.
not coming back down 0-2, right? I mean, coming back down 0-2.
Exactly, because they know that they had it in the bag in game one, and like they just that game will always haunt them. They knew they had to come back and come in the clutch and win game two by any means necessary. That's exactly what they did. So
It was crazy. It was crazy. And as you said, the Liberty was up 15 points in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes to go.
yes,
Um, and the Liberty, their resilience, it has been, on display throughout the season, throughout these playoffs. They are not gonna, wave the white flag. They're gonna be
exactly.
always fighting, and having Cheryl Reeve, it's a huge, huge advantage having her on the sidelines. She is probably or arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, WNBA coach ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and another thing that I saw, obviously, after post game, checking the stats and everything, no blocks for the Minnesota Lynx.
In game two.
Yeah,
Oh
that
wow.
surprised me. No blocks,
'Cause-
because
yeah.
Nafisa had 6 blocks in game one, and now you don't have any blocks. She was dealing with foul trouble as well.
That's yeah, that she was. But yeah, now that I think about it, they didn't have any blocks. Whereas the Liberty was blocking the Lynx shots. So again, like they made those correct adjustments, and Lynx were just not able to come prepared and ready for battle. Like Courtney Williams again, she had so many turnovers in this game. It was so many times she literally passed the ball to the enemy's hands, and
Oh
it
yeah,
was just a
and
mess.
Nafisa, I think she also had like 7 turnovers.
Yeah,
Obviously, tomorrow I will, rewatch the game, and I'll pay more attention to that, to Nafisa's turnovers. And let me check the chat. Um, who will be the the finals MVP? I mean, the series already has already started, but who will be your favorite to win finals MVP?
honestly, just based on the performances right now, I'd say Stewie.
Yeah, Stewie. She
Yeah.
she played she played unbelievable defense today. She got like 7 steals. That was crazy. I think that's the WNBA record for
Yeah.
steals in a finals game. That she was crazy.
Yeah.
The
Even though
Minnesota.
she
Oh,
was
go ahead. Go
choking
ahead.
really bad, my bad. She was choking real bad in the game one. Like she missed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the free throw shot, and then she missed the freaking layup right after that. And it was just like, what's going on with Stewie? But this time she came back. I guess she got her mental right, and she really showed up and showed out. So I say Stewie right now.
Definitely. Without a doubt, I was waiting or expecting Stewie to make that free throw to win the game,
Yeah.
and she choked unbelievably. Then in the overtime, she missed a wide open layup.
Yeah.
It was like a reverse layup. It was crazy, but she redeemed herself. And my bad, we haven't mentioned, but Nigel Laney Hamilton. She scored
Yes.
20 points. 20 points. She wasn't
Yes.
that great in game one. She
Mm-mm.
has been dealing with, I think, a knee injury
Yes.
and maybe some personal issues. I don't know. But the fact that she came back with 20 points, being effective, playing defense. It was amazing. It was amazing. If I would have to pick one player, yeah, I'll have to also say Brianna Stewart. You know, maybe Nafisa Collier is there, but it's in between the two of them.
Yeah.
Are the Minnesota Lynx overrated? What do you think, Mario and Geneva? What do you think about? I wouldn't say it.
I wouldn't say that at all because I mean
Yeah,
they're good enough to actually have advanced to the playoffs, the semifinals, all the way up to the finals. I think a lot of people, because I've heard and I said it myself, that their style of play and their offensive style of play is kind of boring. I think that's what kind of takes away from them. They're not as exciting, right? You don't hear about like a lot of drama on this team. They're very like
yeah,
clean cut, disciplined, you know, good basketball IQ, but they're just not. They don't really have all the bells and whistles. At least not yet, in my opinion. But I don't think they're overrated at all.
yeah. Me neither. Me neither. Brianna Stewart, come on, shoot free throw percentage. Finals MVP Stewart. We'll see. She's looking for her third title, right? She
With
already
the
won
WNBA,
two. Yeah, I think she won
I
two
believe
with
so.
Seattle.
Possibly, yes. That's right. When she was with the Storm, yeah, I believe
Yeah,
she did
yeah,
have two there. So, yeah, I could. She'll definitely get it.
yeah. She'll
I believe
definitely
so.
get it.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing that I wrote down here: 13 steals for the Liberty. Damn,
In
that's
game
crazy.
two,
Yeah, 13
yeah,
steals.
I believe it. It was yeah. Again, like the turnovers and the steals, the blocks for on Lynx was just absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing in game two. So yeah, I believe it.
And oh, I gotta ask you this question as well. This I forgot about this. How does it feel knowing that like we are 3 games possibly for the end of the season? We are 3 games
It's
away possibly for this season to end.
it's exciting, but also really sad, right? Because again,
Yeah,
I mean, it'll go by quick. You know, in April it'll be come WNBA training camp, and then May it'll resume the WNBA regular playoff season or play season. So again, like it's exciting, but it's sad. But again, I'm just really anxious to see if New York Liberty they can actually pull it off and get a championship. I believe the Lynx, the last championship they won was back in 2012, possibly.
yeah, or
So
yeah,
yeah.
2014. I don't remember.
Possibly. So I think, New York Liberty, they have something to prove, and the Lynx, they got something to lose. So, again, this is a good matchup. So,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to wait until, like you mentioned, training camp next year and everything. At least we're gonna have the unrivaled league. There's a lot of huge names and players.
Yes.
They're gonna be playing there, and it was crazy. It was crazy for me following this. This was my first year covering, quote unquote, the league. From the preseason, regular season, playoffs. And another thing, I despise people that don't want to cover. I mean, this is my goddamn opinion. I despise people that only want to cover one team. That's your right, that's your opinion. If you're
Yeah.
a fan of one team, that's cool. But I mean, you and me, we are content creators. We talk about the WNBA. You are not going to be only talking about the Chicago Sky, right, and the Las Vegas
Right.
Aces, or you're only about your teams, right?
Right, because again, like it's an exciting time. You're starting to see ladies get waived, trades being made. So again, it's not just like the teams overall, but it's also like key players that I like to keep up with and just follow their careers. So I believe it's exciting players on every team I can name. So yeah, I definitely will also expand with the league, looking to the Golden State Valkyries, and it'll be very interesting to see because December 6th is when their expansion draft will drop. So
Oh, we'll
it'll be
see. But
yeah.
the one thing I'm not sure if that's correct. Is if that teams do not have to make like available to the public which players are they protecting, right?
Yes, they'll keep it concealed for the most part they can. So yeah. They can only protect 6 of the 12 though on each roster. So only
Oh,
half they can protect.
yeah, yeah. I'm taking the resume of the Minnesota Lynx. The last time they won the title was 2017, and that's
Oh, okay,
another.
yeah.
It was
Mhm.
2011, 13, 15, and 17. Obviously, with the great Maya Moore and
Oh yeah,
Simone
that's right. That makes
Augustus.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I gotta ask you about this too. And you already talk about this. The fact that the Liberty, they are 0-6 in game ones in the finals in their franchise history. They have lost the 5 finals that they have played. You know, it's gonna be a crazy situation if they lose these finals.
It will
They are
be.
the favorite, and losing
Yeah.
in back-to-back years. This is something that I picked the Liberty in five. But it's like, to me, it was a simple reasoning. I mean, not one the main reason, but one of them. The fact that you failed at a test last year, right? And now you got the
Right.
opportunity. You already know what the test is about, and you have a better team than last year. You already know
Exactly.
what are the questions. You already know what are the questions about from the test. I'm expecting you to do it. I'm expecting you to get it done. But what would be what do you think can be the reaction of the people, maybe if the Liberty choke again in back-to-back years
Uh,
and they don't get the job done?
I mean, again, people already believe that there's a curse on New York City
Yeah.
basketball because again, like the Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets. So it's like if the ladies are not able to actually win this championship, knowing that they have so many key players, so many key pieces on their chessboard, it'll just be like that confirmation that there's something wrong with New York basketball, that they just keep getting denied, and also it's just something wrong with the New York Liberty because again, right now, just off of their roster compared to Minnesota Lynx roster, they should be able to pull this off. But again, like it'll be interesting to see if they can. If not, that'll be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. The whole, um, now Sabrina narrative maybe is gonna grow up. The fact that some people say that she doesn't show up in big games and
Mm.
everything. Brianna Stewart choking the free throw and the layup. It's gonna be crazy. What else? Oh, Sabrina. She only
Mm.
attempted one field goal in the second half. That to me was crazy. The fact that because
Yes.
she went like 8 for 26 in the first game.
Yikes. Yeah.
It was
It was
it was
bad.
uh it was a break show. But what comes to your mind when you heard that Sabrina only attempted one shot in the second half?
Yeah, I did notice that she was taking more layups and just driving to the basket and even getting mid range point shots. And a lot of people saying like, Benijah Laney Hamilton, she was actually like kind of compensating for Sabrina's lack of play in game two. And like now that I think about it, and I just review back in my head the game, it's definitely apparent. Again, like you can tell, like Benijah was kind of outscoring and outplaying Sabrina. And again, I don't know if it's her nerves. Because again, that's a lot of pressure on them. They only have 3 more games. So again, they really want that championship, but again, just like in game one when they were choking at the end, Brianna Stewart and even Sabrina, it's just like again, like basketball is so much more mental than it is physical. Again, like you got to have your mental right, the mental mechanics to work right in order for them to actually be able to physically perform. Because yeah, that's it's unfortunate because again, Sabrina is like we call her Shathrina, for a reason. Like she's good with the three. Like she's even better than Caitlin Clark, and it's like for her to only make one attempt, it's something going on in her mental.
Definitely.
So
And one thing would be that she assists, but she was moving the ball, and playmaking as well. They got a question for you in the chat. Who's your GOAT
I'll say Asia Wilson. She's the GOAT of the WNBA for me. Definitely her.
AJ Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces.
Yes.
And she won a unanimous MVP as well. She has a great
Yeah.
resume. And she's young. She can do more. She
Yeah.
can get more championships. We'll see how the roster is constructed. Next
Mm.
year with the whole
Yeah.
expansion and free agency and everything.
It's gonna
I
be some
didn't know that
changes.
Alicia Clark was. Yeah, I didn't know that Alicia Clark was 37 years old. She doesn't.
I
She doesn't.
know.
She
And
doesn't
Tiffany
look like
Hayes.
37.
I believe Tiffany
Oh
Hayes is
yeah,
34. She came out of retirement. They both did. They don't look or play like they're in their mid to late 30s. But I think they still got enough
definitely.
years in them, left. But yeah.
Yeah. I think they got something in the tank for the
Yeah.
future. And let's go to some stats. The rebounds, obviously, huge
Mhm.
difference. When it
Yeah.
comes to offensive rebounding in the first game, it was like 20-5 because Minnesota was switching a lot. I don't
Yeah.
think Minnesota was switching that much in this game. What do you make about? I'm not gonna call it a narrative, but what do you make about people or analysts or whatever saying that the Liberty are moving away from Jonquel Jones. They are not feeding the ball to Jonquel Jones as much as they should. What do you make about that?
Yes, so I've been seeing that narrative too, like on Twitter Spaces. So again, like Jonko Jones is like a freak of nature, right? She's 6'6", so she should be like a center or a power forward. She moves and has the agility, so to speak, and her scoring capabilities of a point guard or a shooting guard. So again, if they are moving away from her, it doesn't make any sense because again, Jonko Jones is like a quadruple threat. She's good on defense, offense, blocks, steals, the 3-point shots, the layups. She can get points in the paint. So again, like if they're playing away from her, it makes no sense. And a lot of people were complaining that in game one, one of the reasons why New York Liberty also lost is because again she had so many fouls on her. So they
Oh
kept
yeah,
sitting her down here and there, and then she came back in like the third, fourth quarter, and even then, like it's like they were just like scared to pass her the ball. They said they should have kept feeding her the ball like they did in the first and second quarter, and they probably could have won against the Lynx. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. As you said, Jonquel Jones, she played for the Connecticut Sun.
Yes.
She has won MVP of the regular season. The Liberty got two players which has won the MVP of the regular season, and Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones. And she did her thing in this game. She went 6 for 13,
Mm.
um, scoring 14 points, nine rebounds, two steals. Doing her thing, and obviously alongside Phoebe, Lane Hamilton,
Yeah.
Stewart, and Sabrina. Sabrina only attempted nine field goals. That's surprising. That's
Yeah.
surprising. And it says Geneva, who's your GOAT at center for the WNBA?
At center
AJ
position.
Wilson, right?
Mm,
Yeah, your GOAT maybe all time. I don't know.
you know
Cottage.
what? I mean, damn. I never really thought about like centers. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, they kind of are like the bigs, right?
Yeah. And sometimes they
So,
don't even call them centers, right? They call them like forwards.
oh yeah, power forward or just a forward. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to give it to Camila Cardoso because she has gotten better at it, even though she can be far better again. Like she was still a rookie, but I would say right now Camila Cardoso. She's gotten
Yeah, yeah.
better. So
I really like Camila, since she was playing for South
Gamecocks,
Carolina.
yeah.
Yeah. I really like her. I really like her. So let's get into I think we talk about game two. What was another thing about game two? Um what else? Oh, there was a lot of I think there were two 10-0 runs by the Liberty. They were scoring a lot in the first quarter. I think it's like
Mhm.
it's like whoever team gets hot in the first quarter, they're probably gonna win the game. That happened in
Yeah.
game one. The Lynx were hot in the first quarter, they won. And game two, the Liberty were hot, they won game two as well. You say, Geneva, I see. I 100% see your point, Geneva.
Thank you.
Salute to my brother Courage. Um, so that was it, game two. You know.
Yeah.
Now let's get into game three. What's your what do you see? What do you see happening in game three? This is gonna be playing. They're gonna be playing at Target Center.
Yes. Thank goodness. So just off of the rip of that, they're gonna have that home court advantage, the Minnesota Lynx that is. Again, their team, the Minnesota Lynx fans are very loyal, very supportive. They show up and show out. Though that arena stays packed for them, right? So I believe just having that home court advantage, it should and could, I believe it will, give them that just advantage, that edge, that energy and ambition to go hard. But I do see them winning game three. It's something about when like the Liberty have to travel. I remember when they first got beat by the Indiana Fever in the regular season when they traveled to Indiana. When they travel to teams, it usually it weakens them in a way. So hopefully, I'm pulling for Minnesota Lynx to win Game Three.
Yeah, game three is gonna be a movie in Target
Mhm.
Center, as you said. That you got the Lynx. I'll have to also go with the Lynx. I think if the Liberty is gonna win this title, it's gonna be the hard way. I think that it's something. It played something to the mental of the team. You know, the fact that they overcame the their biggest rival, quote unquote, in Las Vegas Aces. You know, and then they got punched in the mouth by the Lynx in game one. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be earned the hard way. You know, the New York way. Um, so let's see what happened. But I got the Lynx as well, winning game three. I don't think. I mean, would you consider game two? I mean, game two that we saw this afternoon a blowout? Because obviously it was a
Um,
14-point game, but
yeah.
would you consider it a blowout?
I do. Anything like to me that's like over the double digits, like 8 or 10 plus points is a blowout. And yeah, I consider that to be a blowout. 14 points in my mind, that's a lot. So I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
they got
yeah.
blown out.
Yeah, and so would you expect for these, let's say, three more games that we got here in these finals, would you expect another blowout, or would you expect like close games?
I think it'll be more close. I think it
Yeah, I
will.
agree.
I hope it
I agree.
will. No, but the Minnesota Lynx
And
actually having the advantage. But yeah, do we know
it's
when game three will be? Is it still to be determined, or maybe possibly Tuesday? I haven't
let me check
seen.
let me check right now. I think it's gonna be, oh yeah, because today is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Tuesday. Let me check that right now.
Dang, so they'll have probably like
Um
less than 48 hours to recover and like fly back. God, Lee.
oh yeah, because that was another thing right
Yeah.
before the series started. The fact that, you know, the Lynx went 5 games with the Sun, and the fact that the Liberty went 4 games with the Aces, they got more days of rest. That was, but
Yeah.
it didn't feel like that, right?
Yeah.
Because Minnesota came in game one, punched the Liberty in the mouth, and
Hmm.
they went away with the win.
Yes. Also, if I could ask you, what is your opinion on the refs when it comes to New York Liberty in game one and game two? Because I see a lot of complaints about it. In my opinion, even during the regular season, I've noticed
Has been
that,
awful.
like, especially Sabrina and Ionescu, the refs will literally try to give them the game multiple times, and it's so annoying. And I'm like, I saw it in game one, and they still lost. It was crazy.
Yeah, and even in game two, the refs were swallowing their whistles. You know, they were
Yeah.
letting the players play. The game was very, very physical. You know, but that's something that throughout the year, as you said, the refs have been awful. The inconsistency when they are calling the game, sometimes, like we were talking with Tori this afternoon, it's like they call all the illegal screen, then they don't call you know,
Yeah.
they don't call nothing, they don't call anything, and it's crazy. But during this game too, the refs are always maybe gonna screw up, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So you think that the league may? Oh, that's another question. Do you agree that about these conspiracies that, you know, the refs are fixing the game, or the league is fixing the games and everything? You know,
I
Is-
typically don't believe or agree that the league will like rig games, like but I just think with the refs, like everybody has their bias. Yeah, I believe Asia Wilson, she called this out when they during the regular season when they were Aces playing the Chicago Sky in Chicago. And she was like, I
oh
don't
yeah, yeah.
appreciate the refs trying to intimidate us and to intimidate me. So even the players themselves, I remember Natasha Cloud and Diana Taurasi of the Phoenix Mercury, they called out publicly the refs. I believe, I forgot what team they were going against. It might have been Liberty when they were at Phoenix Mercury court. And they were Natasha Cloud said the same thing. She said that doesn't make sense. Like, how is it possible for them to have this many, foul free throw shot in a 40-minute game compared to ours? Like again, like a lot of the players are like publicly speaking up against it. So yeah, even the fans, everybody can see that it's a huge issue. Is the refs and how they call games. It's unfortunate.
Definitely, definitely. Even I think even AJ Wilson complained with a referee during the Olympics. You know,
Yeah,
that the refs told her obviously I'm paraphrasing, but like control your emotions, or keep your emotions in check, you know.
yeah,
But the refs have been atrocious throughout the year,
mhm,
so at least they are being consistent, being
yeah,
atrocious, and not calling the game, you know, in a fair way. But they are, I mean, we can obviously agree that they are always going to be you know,
yeah.
object
Human
of
error.
scrutiny.
Yeah,
They're gonna be, yeah, yeah, yeah. So also hopefully in game three the refs can be listening to this and they can do a solid job and not f up the game, so we can enjoy it.
Yes.
So I think that was it. Oh, it's on Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, game three is on Wednesday, then game four on Friday, and possibly the last game of the 2024 season is gonna be on Sunday at 9 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Wow, they're gonna
I
be they're
cannot
gonna
wait.
be going against the NFL. Oh, what's your opinion about that?
So again, I
The
remember,
fact that they are going against on Sundays, going against the NFL.
yes, it's
If you were the
unfortunate.
commissioner, my bad. If you were the
Wait, you're
commissioner,
fine.
would you do some changes?
I mean, we all know that, Sunday night, that's all about football. But the
Yeah.
fact is, game one it was a Sunday, right? Was game one Sunday? No. No, game
Um.
one was Thursday. It was still some football
Yeah,
games
Thursday.
going on.
Thursday. Yeah.
But they averaged at the peak 1.1 million. That was the average 1.1 million views. I believe that's still crazy. The arena was sold out. It was over 17,000 stadium seats sold out. It was a packed crowd. People were talking about it. People were so excited because Courtney Williams tying the game. So even though they were competing against football, it was still a success, right? And also I don't
Yeah.
believe it's not just the weekdays that they actually will, record and have games scheduled, but also what time of the day. Like it could be on a Tuesday, but if it's at 1 p.m., a lot of people start working at school. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I don't mind it going against Sunday night football in the NFL, but again, like just be mindful of the times. Because I believe that, a lot of people are still tuning in to see the WNBA's final.
Definitely. And I'm glad you brought up that point. I think game one, it was the most watched game one ever
Yes.
in
Yeah, in
finals
21
history.
years. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And
Yeah.
with like you were saying, the 4 point play of Courtney Williams with her
Yes.
father on the stands,
Yes.
going crazy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm quote unquote rooting for both teams. If Minnesota Lynx, I'm cool with that. If New York Liberty wins, I'm cool with
Yeah,
that. And I think we're having a great series so far.
I believe so too. Honestly, at this point, even though like I was kind of like a hater, like I say that in quotes, like jokingly, but again, like I'm all about who is able to show up and show out each and every night, and that's just what it is. Like they deserve to win the WNBA championship. So if New York Liberty does pull it off and defeat the Minnesota Lynx, I will be very joyful and happy for them. Finally, that New York was able to finally get a basketball championship since like 1976. So again, like it's just whoever is more deserving, in my opinion.
That would be crazy, right? The fact that
Yes.
the Liberty, a team from the WNBA, is gonna bring hypothetically gonna bring up a championship to New York. I mean, how can I say, like, as sooner than the goddamn New York Knicks.
Right. That parade would be crazy in New York City. In Brooklyn? Oh my goodness.
Oh
It would be
yeah. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. So we got three more games. The next two are gonna be at the Minnesota Lynx home court. So they can win the title. I mean, hypothetically, on their own court, winning these two next games. So, but for us and for all the people that have been following the WNBA this season, I think we can hope for game five. All the marbles, all the chips put in the middle of the table. So winner takes all, and hopefully we can see a game five. So once again, I don't want to take advantage of your time. Thanks, Geneva, for being here. It was a pleasure. If you haven't subscribed or checked her channel, go out and go out on YouTube and put Geneva in general. She does an amazing job breaking down the games and news as well. So go out and check her out. Have you? Oh, I forgot to ask you this on Instagram, but have you ever considered going live on your channel? I think
I
that would be nice.
I have. I wanted to like go live like during a game and actually watch and try to
Yeah,
give
yeah, doing your
commentary.
reactions.
But it's like just the copyrights. Like I'm not sure exactly how to get away with that. Like I see some people like trying
Oh,
to like put like something in the middle of the screen to block it out so they don't get like flagged. So I'm still trying to figure out a way, possibly. But
but
I
you
definitely want to go
can
live.
yeah, but you get, because if you share the screen with the game on, you can get flag and everything, but you can share the how can I say, the game score. You know, a lot of people do
Yeah.
go live, and
Mm.
a lot of people don't even put the game on the screen. They just go live and they react to the game. I
I
would
see that
tune
too,
in
like with
definitely.
Quita. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy her comments and everything. But I would tune in. I would tune in definitely if you go live. Probably for the Chicago Sky games, Connecticut
Yeah.
and Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to do it sometime soon.
Yeah. So hopefully you continue to grow your channel. You're doing an amazing job. You're great. And thanks for being here once again. I really appreciate you being here.
Right, no problem. Thank you for inviting me again. I enjoyed it. I love this.
I love it as well. So hopefully we can have you on another episode in the future.
Yes.
So we had Geneva with us today. Salute to everybody that was in the chat. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share this video if you can. That will help us a lot too. It says, agree, dog. Salute to everybody, man. That was the latest episode of the MOP podcast here with me with Geneva. We knocked that shit out of the park. It was a home run. This episode with her, it was a great show. So once again, thanks to her for coming here. Obviously, you're part of the family. You're already part of the WNBA community here with us. And until next time, people, everybody take care. And I am out. I'm out.
Right, thank
Thanks
you.
to
Bye,
Geneva. Thanks to
everyone.
Geneva.
Right, be
Salute
safe.
to everybody.